So like the title is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm giving my opinion about some of these Avatar characters. So yeah, let's get into it. So first I'm gonna start with my girl Yui, however you say it. I put her first because A, she literally only had like 2 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever you want to call it in the movie. I mean show, excuse my French. She didn't have that much time, but honestly she was a pretty cool character. I didn't really like the whole her and Sokka dynamic thingy. It just came out of nowhere. But she was a pretty cool character, nevertheless. So next we have my girl Mai. I forgot how to pronounce it, but I really loved her character, to be honest with you. I like how she stood up against Azula and was like, I love Zuko more than I fear you, because Azula was really kind of a bad friend, if I'm going to be honest with you. But I like the whole girl power, woman power. When she, Azula, and Ty Lee teamed up, I really liked that trio. Honestly, Sis had such a boring personality, but Sis made her boring personality work, okay? Hallelujah. And I also liked her relationship with Zuko. I thought that was a really cute relationship, so she was one of my favorites. Okay, so next we have Ty Lee. Not gonna lie, she was not one of my favorites. Like, I didn't hate her at all, but I didn't really care for her. I mean, she had such a great story plot, and I loved when she chi-blocked Azula when Azula tried to strike Mai down with lightning. I really loved their friendships, because you could tell they were closer than Azula, because... And also, I love her personality because she's nice and sweet, and you wouldn't expect her to be like this, you know, flippin' circus act who can kick and you know, stomp you or whatever. But I really did empathize with her because Azula really did manipulate her, and you can tell that she was not a bad person at all, but she had to follow Azula and help her because Azula would have killed her nearly. So yeah, she's a very sweet girl. Next, we have Miss Kyoshi Warrior Suki. I love Suki so much. Suki was one of my favorite characters on the show. I loved her and Sokka's relationship. They were one of my favorite relationships, but let's get into her. So, I kind of feel as if they softened her up towards the end, because in the beginning she was this hard shell, you know, you talk about me, oh boo. And I felt like they softened her up in season 3 when she joined the gang a bit, because, you know, she was all giggly and blah, 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 blah. And Suki in the beginning was never giggly. Sis had a tough face on, okay? Sis was a warrior. So I kind of felt like she was a whole different person, but when she put on her makeup and was with the warriors, she was herself again. But anyway, she was one of my favorites as well. I love Suki. I loved her and Sokka's relationship. Ciao. Next we have Miss Azula, Fire Lord, Crazy Queen. Okay, I have mixed emotions about her character, if I'm being honest. Like, at some points I sympathize with her, and at some points I'm just like, she's really a cold-hearted person. I feel like a lot of people are trying to dig deep into her true personality and be like, well, she's not a monster, and it's because she has mommy issues. And honestly, I wouldn't blame it on all of that, but it could be some part of the factor. She is just a terrible human, to be honest with you. But I did kind of sympathize with her at the end, because her just breaking down was so hard to watch, and like the voice actor did such a good job on that part. Just say my opinion on Azula may be a little longer than others, because I do have a lot to say, and she's such a complex character that I have multiple viewpoints of how I view her. Like I was saying, I have very mixed emotions about her. On one hand, I'm just like, yeah girl, conquer the world, be this hard-driven person, because I knew that it wasn't in her character to have this random, you know, I'm a good person, I'm gonna help the Avatar. I knew that was never gonna happen, because that's just not her. But I felt as if she could have had some decency, and I didn't like that characteristic of her treating her friends horribly, treating everybody around her horribly, which ultimately led to a psychotic break for her.
To sum everything up about how I feel about her, I do sympathize with her in some aspects, but some aspects she was only 14, let's get this straight. She probably didn't know, and she probably just felt like she had to conquer everything, but she needs to have some decency. And I just felt as if I adored her and how driven and smart. She was smart as a whip, but sometimes she did take it too far.
Honestly, I can go more depth about Azula, and honestly, I want to make a video dedicated to her and talking about her, because I have so much to say, but I'm not going to jam it all in this one video. So if you want me to make a video about her, I will. Well, that's all, folks. I know you're like, where are the rest of the folks? And I'm going to just tell y'all, I'm going to get to them in a separate video, because this takes so long. Even though it's like 4 minutes, it takes so long, and I'm going to get them into a second video. But if you're here, put me requests on who you would like me to talk about and stuff, and I'll do it. But yes, do what you gotta do. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.